Hello everybody, this is Mr. Stamkos, and we got a whiteboard. Let's go. So I'm going to be doing hockey talk videos on the whiteboard from now on more often, but today I want to talk about the Pierre-Luc Dubois for Patrick Laine trade, Columbus and Winnipeg talk for those who are wondering. I think at the time of this trade, I was like, you know what, okay, very, very fair deal. It's been a month about now, so let's see if anyone won or lost this trade at this point in time. So let's go ahead. So first thing I'm just going to get out of the way is the third from 2021 that Winnipeg received from Columbus. Don't know who it's going to be, so I can't really comment on it. I will say at the time of the trade, though, that third is worth the price of Roslovic. That's a fair deal. And you know, we might even add that third for Patrick Laine too, because I don't know. But anyways, then we got the big piece. We got Pierre-Luc Dubois, and he's coming over to Winnipeg. 22-year-old center, drafted third overall in 2016 behind Patrick Laine. And you know, he's coming over to Winnipeg from Columbus. 5 games, a goal, a point, -2, and 2 penalty minutes. Not very good numbers at all. He looked like he was playing beer league hockey out there. He just put no effort into the games. He wasn't enjoying himself at all. So John Tortorella said, you know what, we're sitting this kid and he's not playing until he's gone. And now he's gone. Yeah, obviously not very impactful in Columbus at all. And then he went to Winnipeg, and in 6 games played so far, he has 3 goals, 5 points, plus-minus of 0, and 4 penalty minutes. So much better offensive contributor than in Columbus. And by watching a few minutes here and there of Winnipeg games, when Pierre-Luc Dubois is on the ice, he's always there. You can always see him. He's noticeable. He's driving plays and he's creating plays. He's making plays in the defensive end as well, which is really good. And I think Winnipeg got themselves one hell of a 2A center of the future here to play behind Mark Scheifele or whatnot. But now we're going to go down here to this black writing, which is basically just the, points per game stats, if you would say. So Dubois, if he were to play a full season of 72 games, he would get 13 goals, 26 assists, and 39 points, which is what he would be on pace for right now in a normal 82-game schedule. So 40 points doesn't look too good at all, but considering that start he had in Columbus, and also if you take this out of the equation and you're left with just the Winnipeg stats, that's someone who's closer to the 60 to 65 point range, and also has a great defensive edge to him. So I would say just totally ignore this and this, because I don't think this 39 points means anything at all to Pierre-Luc Dubois, his offensive capabilities, his defensive capabilities, none of it. Now, going over to the Columbus side, we got Patrick Laine. So, Patrick Laine for I can't speak today. For Pierre-Luc Dubois, I think that's the one-for-one right there. And in Winnipeg, Patrick Laine had 1 goal, in 1 game played, he had 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points, a -1, and 4 penalty minutes. So, 1 game, but a very, very action-packed game for Laine. He's got a stat line there. And then, 1 game isn't really enough for me to comment. So he moves to Columbus. He's played 13 games there. In 13 games, he has 6 goals, 4 assists, 10 points, a -5, and 11 penalty minutes. Also consider that Columbus has played like dog trash the past few games. They haven't been scoring or anything. So, those numbers are a little bit contradictory to how Laine really is playing. I think Laine is a great fit in Columbus. I always see him on Instagram just doing stuff. So very great player. And if we go over here to his, season projection stats in an 82-game schedule, 73 games played, 42 goals. 42 goals. Now for Columbus fans, if Patrick Laine next year during a regular season could get 42 goals, then I think they come out of that deal saying, we won. We won that deal. And if he helps in the playoffs even more, yeah. 42 goals, 26 assists for 68 points. That is the highest out of any player on this board. Just He's very good. Patrick Laine, I think, after coming to Columbus, has really, really changed his name back to what it was a couple years ago when he came off that crazy season. And hockey fans were thinking, is he gonna get 50 goals this year and win the Rocket Richard? Obviously, that didn't happen. He had a big slump last year, but he's on pace for 40 plus again this year, so that's got to be really promising for Columbus fans. He's 22, right winger as well, drafted a pick ahead of Dubois. And honestly, if you're asking me who I'd rather take, it's a tough. It's a tough one. I don't know. I couldn't tell you who I'd rather at this moment. I say wait a year after this trade and ask me again, and I might have a real answer. Because if Laine could keep up the scoring into next season, then you could say him. Because Dubois, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And now moving down here to Jack Roslovic, who was not meant to be a very big part in this trade. But as you guys should know, ended up being maybe the biggest piece in this trade. So Jack Roslovic, he is 23 years old, drafted in 2015. Center right winger. He has a right-hand shot, though, so he usually plays off that right wing for Columbus, I think. In Winnipeg last season, because he didn't play for Winnipeg yet this year before he got traded. Last season, in 71 games played, he had 12 goals, 17 assists for 29 points, was a -4 and 12 penalty minutes. And those aren't impressive numbers. Those are bottom six numbers for sure. Definitely a guy who Winnipeg really likes to have on that bottom six, a very valuable player for them. But yeah, really, really decent player. I really like Jack Roslovic. Since coming over to Columbus, though, which is his hometown team, he was born in Columbus, raised, and must be super ecstatic to be playing there, obviously, because in 16 games played in Columbus, 4 goals, 9 assists, 13 points, -2 and 6 penalty minutes. But for a guy who was playing bottom 6 minutes last year and then comes over this year to Columbus and puts up, first line stats, like, you got to be really happy if you're Columbus and you're receiving Roslovic and Laine, two guys who are on that first and second line together, putting up numbers and helping you win games. And also Roslovic, point projection for an 82-game schedule, 75 games played, which is the most out of anyone on this board, but nonetheless, 19 goals, 42 assists, and 61 points. Next year, you could potentially see a guy like Roslovic and Laine playing together. I think that's a very, very fair duo. They both come over from Winnipeg. They got that chemistry there, and if Roslovic continues this play where he can be a potential 40 assist guy, and Laine could feed off him, that could be a deadly duo for the future. So if you're asking me right now who wins this trade, I'm going to say that Columbus, like 9 times out of 10, wins this trade. You got two guys who fit in perfectly to your top 6. You got a 40-goal scorer, and you got another guy who's a first-line, second-line caliber player who could put up 60 points for you in that 80-game schedule. And they're both within 1 year of each other, too. It's not like Laine's 22 and then Roslovic sitting here at 32 years old putting up good numbers, because we know what he is. He's a bottom 6 guy for most of his career. He's 23, and he still has that room to grow. So this could be a big, big, big leap for Roslovic. He could come in and become a first-line guy for Columbus as soon as next season, honestly. Laine, I think, already is, and Dubois, well, I think his spot is a good second-line center behind Mark Scheifele. But I might make this video again next year after this pick is drafted and after these guys finish out their seasons and playoffs and everything. But yeah, this is got the whiteboard now, which I'm really happy about. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Mr. Stamkos. Leave a like and subscribe on this video if you would be so kind. We just reached 100 subscribers, which I'm super, super thankful about. Thank you guys for that. And I will see you in the next one. But for now, bye.